Okay, so with the AutoCAD drawing of the sketch, once you get into AutoCAD, whether it's the downloaded version that you've created or that you've already downloaded, or whether you're on the Porto website, first thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that we're in architectural units. So you just have to type in the word units. So just UNITS, enter, and we're going to change from decimal to architectural. So what that means is now instead of using 36.5, we're now doing feet and inches. So anytime you put in a measurement, it has to be labeled as a foot or an inch. So if I'm going to draw a house that's 30 feet, 35 feet, 6 inches long, I'm going to have to type in 35 apostrophe 6 quotation mark. So that means, let me just show you. If I draw a line, notice the measurement that is attached to my line there says 1 foot 3/4 of an inch. So basically what you do is you start your line, you point it in the right direction, and then you type in 36, let me go 35, 35 feet, which is the apostrophe, 6 quotation mark. Enter. Now notice my line goes way, way, way off my page. I'm just going to hit escape just for a second. Now, you can either zoom out like that using your roller ball. If that doesn't work, sometimes you can only zoom so far using your roller ball and mouse. If you can't do that, simply type the letter Z. Z stands for zoom. Enter. And then here are all your zooming options. And if you just type the letter A, or click on this right here, it means zoom all. And then you can zoom out a little bit. And the zoom all will make it so that your entire drawing fits on your screen, and then you can simply zoom out a little bit, and now you can work with this. So let me give you the beginning part. First, you have to go in and you've got to make sure that that you have all of your measurements of your exterior wall on your sketch. This drawing, you've got to be pretty close to the exact measurements of your house, the exterior wall. If you're not very close on the exterior wall, then all the interior walls are going to be off as well. So I would highly suggest you take your sketch. If you're in a house, then go outside and kind of pace off how many feet it is on each wall. If you're in an apartment, then you may want to go inside the house and pace off, how far it is from wall to wall, and write all those measurements down so that you can get as close as possible to the real size of your house. Then, once you have the sizes, you'll simply draw the exterior wall first. So let's say, I think I drew this 35 foot 6 inches. I'm going to go up 25 feet. Again, I can't even get to the top. My mouse won't let me zoom that far, so I'm going to type Z, enter, A, enter for zoom all. And now I can zoom out a little farther. Okay, let me restart this again. I'm going to go 20 feet back this way. I'm going to go down. All right, now I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up 10 feet. And then I'm going to go back this way until I'm equal to the end point of my original line. And there. Okay, so there's my exterior wall. And now I've got to give my wall thickness, right? We always have thickness to our walls. So I'm going to utilize the offset command. I'm going to use this command quite a bit. So use the offset command. It's asking for a distance. I'm going to type in 6 inches, enter. And then I'm going to start click on, and drag, click again. Click, 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 click. And I'm just pulling my lines inside like so. So that gives me thickness to my walls. Now there is some issues. Some of the corners don't line up like this, and some overextend. So now I'm going to get the trim command, hit enter, and clean up the corners. When you come to an issue like this, probably the easiest, quickest way to do it is simply highlight the line, grab the endpoint, pull it over to this endpoint, and then just go straight down. Now, the only way to have that work successfully is if you have your polar tracking turned on, that's this one here, and you have your object snap turned on. Remember, with object snap, that's where you select you want endpoint, midpoint, center, all these things. And polar tracking gives you that green extension line, right? So if I go up to here, you get the idea. Then I'll do the same thing for this one, grab this end and drop it on the endpoint there. And now all my walls are connected. Okay. I'm going to use the same offset command to draw my rooms. Let's say I've got a 10 foot by 10 foot bedroom right here in the corner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go offset 10 feet. Make sure you put in the symbols. Symbols are extremely important. 10 foot, enter. I'm going to click on the inside wall here, drag it up, click on the inside wall here, drag it over. I'm going to trim off, enter this and this. And then I can do that offset again at 6 inches. Offset 6 inches, enter, take this one up, take this one over, and I would do the same thing. Click on this one, grab the endpoint, grab this one, grab the endpoint, escape, trim, enter. All right. Let's say I wanted to extend this wall all the way to the wall over here. Got a couple of options. I can either click on the wall, grab the handle, and just extend it up. Or you could use the extend command. Extend, just hit enter, click on this one here, click on it again. It extends up. Hit escape and then trim. Enter. Get rid of your inner corners. Okay, so that's how we get started using AutoCAD. Got to set the units first, and then don't forget that you're in architectural units, and every time you give a measurement, you have to use the apostrophe for the feet, and you have to use quotation marks for the inches. Now, if you don't use any symbol, if you just type in 6, enter, it will assume you're talking inches. Okay, so sometimes, like in offsetting 6 inches, you just have to go offset 6, enter, and then you can click away. So for inches, you don't need to put in the symbol. You just have to put in the number. So if you don't put in any symbol, it's going to assume you're talking about inches. Okay? Hopefully that's a helpful little video to get you started.